When it comes to diving into the world of AI frameworks, one of the biggest questions beginners have is Lobe versus TensorFlow, which one is actually more accessible? In this video, we're going to break down both of these platforms, how they compare for new users, and why you should stick around until the end for an unexpected twist. I'll give you an open loop so you won't want to click away. I'll show you the best option for beginners after we explore these two. Let's start with Lobe. Now, if you're new to machine learning or AI and want a framework that doesn't require much technical knowledge, Lobe is designed to be as simple as possible. Its main selling point is its user-friendly interface. Lobe's drag-and-drop functionality allows you to create machine learning models without writing a single line of code. This makes it a perfect entry point for people who are curious about AI but don't have a background in programming. The next thing to mention with Lobe is its limited customization options. While Lobe is fantastic for beginners who want to build a model quickly and easily, you're not going to have much control over the finer details of your model. This means that if you start wanting more sophisticated features, you'll eventually hit a wall. But for those just getting started, it's a great way to build a foundational understanding. Now, let's shift gears to TensorFlow. TensorFlow is one of the most well-known frameworks in the AI space. It's an open-source library developed by Google, and it's incredibly powerful. TensorFlow is capable of handling complex models and has a massive community behind it, meaning tons of resources, tutorials, and documentation. But here's the catch: TensorFlow is not as beginner-friendly. The learning curve is steep. You need some understanding of Python and machine learning concepts just to get started. The fourth thing you'll notice with TensorFlow is its flexibility. If you're serious about diving into machine learning and want to have complete control over your models, TensorFlow is the way to go. But it's not for the faint of heart. If you're a beginner, you'll likely feel overwhelmed by the amount of code and configuration required to make even basic models work. This is where Lobe shines in comparison, offering that simplicity but sacrificing flexibility. Next, let's talk about the support for both. Lobe is great because it's designed to be intuitive, and the support community is growing. However, since it's not as established as TensorFlow, it lacks the extensive resources and troubleshooting community that TensorFlow offers. TensorFlow, on the other hand, benefits from years of widespread usage, meaning you'll find a plethora of forums, articles, and tutorials to help with your learning curve. So while TensorFlow might be more challenging, you're not alone in your journey. Now, if you're someone who's just starting out and wants to experiment with AI, but doesn't have the time to dive into the complexities of TensorFlow, Lobe is definitely a great option. But, and here's the twist, both of these have limitations when you want to get more serious about scaling your projects or integrating advanced features. After trying both myself, I can say that while these tools are good in their own right, if your goal is to move beyond simple beginner projects and explore the power of AI without hitting too many technical hurdles, I'd recommend checking out an alternative. If you want a better alternative that blends ease of use with scalability, click the first link in the description to get a special offer. You'll get the best free trial and exclusive benefits available only to our viewers. Trust me, it's worth it.